Continuing coverage on one county's frustrations over property revaluation, Pender County voted tonight to use the 2026 values despite a previous move to go with the 2025 tax values. Commissioners also voted tonight to move up the appeals deadline to June 30th. WECT's Ariana Bertolotti sat in on the meeting tonight. Ariana, some neighbors weren't too happy about this decision.
Yeah, that's right, Fran. One Pender County resident claims his property went up 400%, and he wants the commissioners to help. Tonight, commissioners voted 3-2 to move forward with the new 2026 property assessments. County Manager Colby Sawyer making the suggestion. Brad George and Jimmy Tate disagreed. The county will mail 55,000 notices over the next few days. These letters explain your new property value and provide instructions on how to file an appeal if you believe your assessment is inaccurate. Board Chair Randy Burton says the focus needs to be on lowering the tax rate, not the reappraisal values.
I don't care if your property went up $5 million. We need to drop it where you don't pay more than you paid this year, because we're not asking for more services and more revenue from you. I don't understand how much more in depth that can be.
Some neighbors, though, weren't too happy. One man said his grandparents and great-grandparents worked for what they have now, but now tax assessors are stealing it from him.
We've looked online and everything we can find to try to figure it out. We haven't seen anything. I don't know if it was lip service or what. Something to pacify us, make us happy, shut us up.
You have until June 30th to submit your appeal. It must be received before the final budget is adopted. Ariana Bertolotti, WECT News.